Hi, and welcome to the final episode in Season 6 of the Northern Power Futures podcast with United Utilities. In this podcast, we connect with our network of professionals and experts to bring you advice and find you solutions to issues you've told us you're experiencing across a variety of situations. In this season, we're looking at the challenges you're facing in your education, work, and social life, ranging from difficulties with technology to office politics and mental health. For episode 3, we're focusing on a variety of issues that are causing you concerns today and worrying you about the future, from socialising to work prospects and more. Let's get into it.
I know that you don't have to pay your student loans back all at once, but every time I think about how much debt I'll be in, I panic. Is university even worth the debt?
Hi, I'm Hannah Strawbridge. I'm CEO of a company called Han Law. As an employment lawyer, I went to university and I really enjoyed the experience. And with law, it's always historically been necessary to have a degree and to follow a professional qualification. But what I'd say is these days there are many different options and ways to get into careers, not necessarily through the university route. So I think it's important to think about whether you feel you need that degree to do the career that you would like to do, and whether you can afford it, and also the other skills and fun along the way that university might give you. Certainly in my experience, it was worth the debt when you end up with a job that you enjoy and that pays well. But it certainly isn't the only option.
It's Lee J. Walker here from thebusinessdesk.com, Managing Director. There's an old saying which is you speculate to accumulate. And in business, for instance, drawing a parallel to it, you always have to invest. Investing in education is crucial. So even if it's very, the fear and daunting of it, of paying it back, it is done over a long-term period. And rest assured, I think it's a worthwhile investment.
I was made redundant due to the pandemic, and I'm now worried that having been out of work for 6 months, the gap in my CV will impact my chances of getting a job. And I feel like when I explain this to recruiters, it seems like an excuse.
Jenny Warren, Development Manager at Sky. It's a really difficult time at the moment, and I know a number of people who have been affected by the pandemic and their roles have been affected. I certainly don't think a recruiter would look at this gap in a CV as an excuse. As somebody who hires, at my role in Sky, I certainly wouldn't. One of the things that I would suggest is that we have to look at these as opportunities. Any downtime that you have can always be used to improve skills, learn things that you might find valuable in a new job. And I'm sure that any recruiter who's looking to hire somebody would love to see the positive steps that somebody's taken during this time to help improve their skills and show how passionate they are about taking on a new job. And I think that more than outweighs the potential gap that we've got in a CV, and I'm sure it'd be very well understood.
My name's Emma Summerfield. I'm a Senior Product Manager at Asurion and the founder of Asta and Mayan. I only got a new job recently. I actually also got made redundant from my role in February, and trying to explain that can feel a bit difficult and a bit awkward. But what I found really helped talking to recruiters and anybody interested in hiring you was talking about the things that you've done since. Being redundant doesn't mean that you can't find other ways to fill your time, whether that's learning a new skill, picking up a new hobby, or even doing a passion project that you've always thought about but never done before. That's how I ended up being a business owner, and actually ended up being a great story for me to tell. So if you've been made redundant, then find something great to talk about.
I've got a lot of free time on my hands, which would have normally been spent socialising, but given the lockdown, this has become impossible. How can I best use my time to improve my CV?
Hi, my name is Miran. I'm the head of programs at Youth Lead UK. I would say this is the perfect time to improve on your CV, and the best way to do this is either to learn entirely new skills or enhance those that you already have. There are plenty of accredited courses online available to view with a quick search. A few off the top of my head would be Udemy, Skillshare, and even LinkedIn do a few skills courses which would look great to potential employers. You can also then use these skills to create something to showcase what you've learned, such as if it is HTML, CSS, you could create a basic website, or whether you've gained some photography skills, you can showcase them again to your potential employers with the photos that you've taken throughout lockdown. You can also take this time to learn a new hobby, such as painting or even skipping with a skipping rope, which would also obviously have some health benefits in there throughout the lockdown. All of these would inevitably rub off on your mentality as well, which would increase confidence in future interviews and also with work interactions.
My apprenticeship has been postponed. Should I be looking at other opportunities or hold out hope that it will be rescheduled?
Hello, Laura Leyland here from Fresh Perspective Resourcing. So if your apprenticeship is being postponed, I think you should absolutely be looking at other opportunities and not just waiting for it to be rescheduled, because it might do, but what you could be doing in the meantime is proactively seeking other opportunities, utilising social media, in particular LinkedIn. Connect with people that work at businesses that you know run apprenticeships and that are really good for you, close to you, etc., in line with your career options and visions. Connect with them, engage on their content, contact them directly, tell them a bit about you, be proactive, engage with people, get their attention and shine a light on yourself as a potential opportunity. You never know, you might actually find something that's better than the original apprenticeship that you had and be in a more positive situation.
I'm very worried about my friend's mental health, who has been very distant, and I have tried to reach out many times. Do I leave them to themselves or get others involved?
Hi there, my name is Di Keller and I'm the Diversity and Inclusion Lead at Northumbria Police. It's really difficult when you're worried about a friend's mental health and you can see that they've changed or that there's something not quite right about them, and you've tried to reach out and there's just no response. It's really difficult to open up to somebody about your mental health and to build up a trust within them, and even sometimes just admitting it to yourselves. So it will take time for somebody to open up to you. Please keep persevering with them. You will reap the benefits in the long run and they will finally open up to you. There's also lots of great resources out there, either online or texting or helping, that both you and your friend can access. So maybe work through those together or leave leaflets available of things that might help them as well. But please keep persevering.
Gavin Sherratt, Managing Director at Mashbo and co-founder of mycreativefriend.co.uk. During lockdown, you've probably got to take some consideration of your friends around you, that they might not be in the best of places, and looking after your friend's mental health is as much as important as looking after yours, because you need to have those conversations, those buddies, those helpful insights. One of the things, though, you do need to look out for, though, is if you actually do need professional help. One of the things I can recommend is the hubofhope.co.uk, which is launched by Chasing the Stigma, which allows you to find mental health support wherever you are in the UK.
I'm paying for a performance course in university, yet I'm unable to do any of the practical work. Is it really worth investing in?
Dusty Miller, performance mentor, working in the Olympic programme at the English Institute of Sport. Paying for a performance course at university, what a great investment of your own life and your own development. I understand that you can't do any practical work at the moment, but that will come. It really is worth investing in that opportunity that you've worked hard for and got yourself into university. My advice would be to continue driving yourself towards that. The opportunities for practical work will come in time. Don't worry. The important thing is that you give yourself the foundation to really invest in yourself, because once you start doing that practical work, it will really come to life for you and will stand you in good stead for the future.
I'm finding social media overwhelming at the minute, but it is a main way my friends communicate. How can I make social media work better for me?
Laura Ball, owner and founder at Middle Child Communications. Don't be afraid with social media to actually take this opportunity to have a bit of a cull of who you follow and who you're connected with. So if there are any particular accounts out there that you find yourself getting drawn into, but you're not overly happy with the content and how it makes you feel, then unfollow people. And also, there are some really, really good accounts with really uplifting quotes and experiences and stories that you could actually start to follow to really help boost your mood. And in terms of your friendship groups, if there's lots of chatter happening on social media or in WhatsApp groups, then just mute them, simply mute them for a day or a week, and just give yourself permission to take a little bit of time out from some of those conversations.
I'm Jess Cavendish, Digital Manager at Visit Liverpool. I can relate to social media becoming overwhelming, especially with it being part of my job. Just to always remember that social media and Instagram especially, people are only sharing the good stuff, so don't compare yourselves to them. For me, it helps if I turn off my notifications, so not just notifications within my phone, notifications on a specific app. Create close friends lists on things like Instagram and Snapchat so that you don't become overwhelmed by people replying to your messages and feeling pressure on yourself to need to reply to that person. Every now and again, just take a break. You don't necessarily need to delete your account. Just log out so you're not spending time on it. And perhaps say to your friends, can we possibly take this off Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and just talk on WhatsApp, an alternative method of communication that isn't so consuming to you.
A big thanks to you if you sent in a question, and of course to all our experts who offered their advice. That's all for this season of Northern Power Futures podcast, but we'll be back. We'd love for you to take part next time. So if you would like some help or advice with any challenges you're experiencing in work, education, or home life, then just record your question on your phone and email it to us at hello@northernpowerfutures.com, and you could be featured on season 7. We'd love to hear from you on social media too. You can find us on Instagram at Northern Power Futures or Twitter at NP_Futures, and you can also visit our website at northernpowerfutures.com. The Northern Power Futures podcast is a What Goes On media production. See you soon!